Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke sit on I man. So when I check him, my lass in hand.
So we would like to go way back, to almost, before Wet Dream. We want to go 60s. I don't know if you come from. We would like to know where you come from. If you're from Kingston or somewhere, where you go. Just a little bit of story before how you got involved with the music. But the early days, before going to England, before all which was very early in your life, a long time ago. We would like to hear that first. How come? What drive you? How everything started? Write songs.
Well, I actually started with a little group, a three-piece group. Two, I'm saying, make three. We used to play the hotels in the North Coast. This guy plays his drum, one bass drum, one little cymbal, and one snare. Carries on his back. The guitarist, when he plays rhythm and bass in one. Boom, and he's chip.
Okay.
And I'm there with my little guitar amplifier and the mic plugged in. And that's how we do it. So we walk to the hotels and we ask them, hey, can we get a night, can we? Some of them say, okay, some throw us out. But, that's how it actually started. I came to Kingston now. And that's where it actually, start moving. That was 1965, come down to 1967, that was my first recording.
67. And you're originally from where? Where you were born?
I'm from St. Anne's.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 3 miles away from Bob Marley,
Okay,
where
like
Bob was born. We were born in the same province. Yeah.
So you moved to Kingston. The little group. You were singing as well, I guess.
No, not professionally yet.
But
singing.
But the three of you were doing harmonies and.
I was a vocalist and
and you were doing covers.
We do a lot of covers.
Yeah.
R&B.
Okay.
People songs like, because we pay for the tours and they want us to sing songs that they want. Some of them I know, some I don't.
See.
But the favorite song was, I saw the light that night and I passed by your window. My Delilah. Those are the songs that turn the tour song. Yeah, so when we sing those songs, they stone us with money on the stage,
Well,
The hotel don't pay us.
yeah.
The tourist pay us,
Scene. So then you moved to Kingston,
Yep.
and how with what producer you start recording? How it worked? Did you wrote some of your first lyrics? How it worked on that one?
Yeah, I wrote most of my songs. I write them. I like when I cover a song that I love, that really reached me, and I do a version of it. Like the last cover I did was My Way.
Okay.
It was written by a French guy. It was popularized by Frank Sinatra. Right, so I put it in reggae now. That's the last cover. It's my favorite song.
See.
It's telling my life story. I did it my way.
So what with who you started? What the first producer?
The first producer I worked with was Bonnie. And then I went to a little label called Carlton.
Okay.
Yeah, a guy called Ken Locks. That's where I did my first hit. First record shoot there. Song called I Buy Your Rainbow to Put on the Field. It went at number 2 on the radio station.
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica at the time, it was a great thing because the R&B was doing the thing. James Brown, Elvis Presley, Fats Domino, goes on and on. So I was lucky to score in between those guys, And my career took off from there.
And then the next step was Wet Dream.
Next step was England.
huge.
Yeah. The next step was touring
To
England.
England, right?
It's 1969.
So you go to England. So you're from Southampton to Kingston to London.
That's right.
And what was your first experience in London?
I tell you, it was a little culture shock first. And then when I wake up the next morning, I realized I'm in Halsden. It's all black people because I thought it was just pure white people living in England, you know. And I realized, hey, we have white people in Jamaica mixing with black, so why should I go paranoid? It's my town. In them days, England was actually controlling Jamaica. 1962 we got one. Things like that. It was England, we were spending pounds and flying England flag and singing God Save the Queen and things like that. In 62 we changed and have our own flag, our own anthem and things like that. Yeah.
Right, so we're going to move on to the 70s. How did you start working with Deep Air? We need to talk about a little bit about Born in Babylon and this huge anthem, even officially considered like one of the 5 best records ever made in reggae music, you know.
Working with the clown prince of reggae was my greatest feat. He, in my book, is the greatest producer and is history of reggae.
Yes.
He produced it. Other guys, I go to you with a song and produce it. Say, okay, call the musician together and then put me in the studio with the musician and you go and go you listen. Then you come back and you listen. So you weren't producing. I was the one who was producing, but you said the glory. That's how it was in the beginning. It's the artist who actually makes production.
And the musician as well sometimes, right?
The musicians and the artists should say, really.
But Lee Perry?
Yeah, Lee Perry is a different thing. He's there with you, he's correcting you. You sing a line.
The real producer.
Real producer. The line you do is not compatible with the rest of the song. You say, no, try this line. That's a producer. You know, arranging the rhythm, things like that. Yeah.
Bonnie Lee was good as well, right?
Yeah, but you're the wheel and everything. That in the studio, just the glory.
So, how did it happen, Born in Babylon? It was meant to be an album, or you were just making singles? Or it was already with a concept of we're going to put out an album?
We were just making sounds and then listening back. We compiled the sound. Chris Blackwell came to the studio one day and listened and said, wow, this is great. We want to do something, this is fine. So Island Records actually released the album. But me and Lee Perry did all the work. All the production, all the writing, arrangement, everything we did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a masterpiece, right?
It is.
Yeah,
The best piece.
Yeah, you know.
I've done a lot of good things, but this one's my best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it took me to the top.
Yeah. I mean, what I always say, it's like I said, it's officially. I read it many times. Like officially, it's one of the. You can't really get better. That's how it goes.
So good.
So, can you tell us maybe something about Jamaica in those days, in the 70s, your impression? What do you remember? How, all mixed, you know, how you were feeling in the music business in those days? Did you feel rewarded or not? How was the whole, what were your memories from those, the old
It was
days?
a struggle. You know, in everything is a struggle. Overnight, success doesn't come overnight. You have to struggle. Yeah. And in them days, Jamaica was more gentler, you know, people were more gentler, more cultural, more understanding. It's totally different from now. We weren't killing anyone like that. No, it's a killing thing. Since the dancer needs to come about. Instigate, murders, pussy, mashing mar against the wall. These are the youths into it. They're just barely easing out of it because the world is crying out. It's too explicit and it's too violent. And that's what put my music in Jamaica. My music is on the side of it. But remember, Jamaica like a dot on the map. The world is a big place. So I don't let that bother me. I just come out here and do my thing. Yeah, and I'm on the road for 60 years. Yesterday I was 79 yesterday. So all my life I spent in reggae music.
All right. What can you say? Let's talk about the message in the music. You know? something that's kind of getting lost a little bit these days.
That's what I'm saying.
How you feel about the message in the music? What can we say to the younger generation? What message we can send to the youth?
The message, I basically base my thing on the message. I can't sit down and write a song, Darling, I Love You. And if I have to sing that, I do one of, the guy, R&B guy, that's one of their songs. I can't waste my scruple with a pen and a paper singing about a woman. Yeah? I prefer whisper it in the ear. There's too much things to sing about, Jamaica is in a stage, the world is in a stage. Right now we're facing a great calamity in the world with these warmongers who's acting out crazy. It's all crazy. This nuclear threat, bombing babies, killing. Hey man, I don't want to talk about
Get depressed. So the message is important and crucial and we need it.
Very important.
More than ever today, right? I would say.
Yeah. It's a shelter. We need that shelter.
Yeah.
So going to that same thing about the message, listening to you, it's so inspiring because I can find that for me it's been so important to hear your songs and different songs from reggae music, from recent culture that talk reality, talk about the important things in life.
Yeah.
So our brand is called Kaya Unite, and the word unite is very important for us because I have been feeling that necessity of putting some message on the designs and everything. So what about for you the word unite maybe means, and if it's something important in your history of a singer, like.
Yeah, well, like the prophet said, unity is strength. If you're not united, you can't be strong. And in most cases, in countries, the people are not united. It's divide and rule. One set is political, one set is religion. And you in between now are known as a worldly. You just have to walk a very thin line. You can't lean to the left too much or the right too much. You have to just walk a thin line. And that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it always.
Yeah, and also going to the same word, like the unity with the nature is something important for your life and
Very
everything.
important. We have to be one-on-one with nature. Jehovah the Almighty, I don't say God anymore. That word is desecrated by evil. I call him right name. He's Jehovah. David tell you that in Psalm. God's name is Jehovah. And they already, they mess up God's good name, so I don't call him God again. I say Jehovah. See? And Jehovah is the rock that everyone should stand on.
Like maybe how today is like not good seeing being a part of the system, like being not being part of the system, and when you take the decision and go to the countryside, you can feel how good it is to be out of the system. So that's something I love that, and I have been so inspired by your songs and all the reggae music that like go through it and pushes like go with nature.
So reality. Yeah.
So maybe like a last message to the youth, to the new generations that you.
It's the same message of unity. You have to unite together as youths. I mean, hey, old men makes war, young men fighting. So you have to be aware. Right now they're gonna have a draft. They're gonna cross the road with young boys. My sons will be on the battlefield killing people you never meet. Yeah?
Yeah.
These things the young guys have to keep having in mind. That look, I ain't standing on no draft. I ain't gonna kill no guy that I don't know. You can stand to Iraq to kill people that I don't know. But the only thing is that if you don't go, I'll punish you. I send you to prison. So there's that hammer over your head. You have to be able to go murder some innocent people you don't even know. We don't need that. We have to get the station. Old men takes war, Young men fight. It's time for the young man to relax now, let old men fight war. Send the president on the battlefield. Let him see what the war is about. This thing is air-conditioned office. Sent to my house. Take my 2 boys. Never see them again. Next thing I get a folding flag. And if they have anything like the decoration, it comes in flag. All in the name of patriotism and democracy. Okay. I don't want to think too much, you might come hunting to me, you understand? Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
But one thing I love Chile before I come here. I've been following Chile. I cried with you when the earthquake.
You've been here before or not?
No,
First time.
first time.
But you've been many times to Brazil, right?
Yeah. I'm mostly in Europe.
Yeah, I know.
We have been waiting you for so long.
No, but I'm here. It's wonderful. I love my country.
Yeah.
Real and sign.
People are very special, very special.
And now,
Unique, I would say.
nowadays you live there?
Yeah, I never lived in America. I lived in America for 15 years. I run like that. That's not my lifestyle. I was just get taught there. I went to a Broadway. Right for a Broadway. And I get hooked there. You know, New York is a magic. If you're not strong, you spend your life, you'll die here. I decided to go back to home and go to America, so I come to that one little farm and I raised a few cows. I got cows and things like that. They occupy my time, you know.
Yeah, that's the best. The best time spent.
I